Hey there everyone, this is Michael Duggal, your Greater Toronto Area real estate resource, updating you with all the statistics that were released for June 2024. And as per this Toronto Star article, sales crash across all property types, and that's not just condos. So we're going to dive deep into the data, and you're going to better understand how you can take advantage if you are a buyer or a seller. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Also connect with me on Instagram. And if you are considering buying or selling, then make sure to call me, and we're going to take a deep dive into the data by first looking at this chart over here, where we're looking at the number of sales, active listings, months of inventory, average price, and days on market. And the major talking point here is the number of active listings. Of course, average price, we're going to get to that in a little bit, but the number of active listings, 23,613, is the highest number of active listings Toronto has seen in 10 years. So what this means for buyers out there is that you can look at property and most likely get what you want, because when the market's very hot, it's like you have your wants, you have your needs. You're not able to really get those wants. You're just focused on the needs, whether you need a 3-bedroom home. But now, let's say in your list of wants, it could be a pool, or it could be that your home backs onto a ravine. You have those options. So if you are a buyer out there, you want to consider that. Sure, the average price may decrease a little bit more in the future, only time will tell, but right now you may be able to secure that property that you actually like. Otherwise, we can see that the number of sales has slightly decreased. It's down 800 or so sales from May to June 2024. And looking at this chart here, we can see the number of active listings versus the number of sales, and we can see that there's the largest spread throughout the past year with these two numbers, which all points to the fact that it's more of a buyer's market. And sure, you can still call it a buyer's market, but I wouldn't necessarily profile this market as a buyer's market, because if you list a property and you price it right, it still will sell in less than 3 weeks. Really what we're seeing though is that those homeowners that have priced their property for premium prices and they're hoping to break records, they're sitting on the market and they're skewing the market data. Now let's take a look at the months of inventory as well as days on market. So days on market, it's up just slightly. Months of inventory, that's also up slightly. Again, all signs that we are more in a buyer's market, because we have a lot of supply of homes for sale and very few of them selling each month. And now taking a look at the average price and how it's changed across property style, we can see that detached homes are down 3.3% throughout the past year, semis down by 9.3%, townhouses down 4.9%, and condos, they're only down by 1.5%. Now, if we compare the numbers in June to May 2024, we can see that the average price only came down $10,000 or so, and this was what I had predicted, because typically that's what happens. From the spring to the summer, the average price decreases. In fact, that's happened every single year throughout the past 20 years, with the exception of the year of the pandemic. A couple of dates though you may want to consider noting down during this month are July 16th, that's when the inflation numbers will be reported, and July 24th, that's when we're going to have another interest rate announcement. Perhaps the rates may decrease in the future. I'd love to know your thoughts about that in the comment section below. But let's take a look at the average price and how it's changed throughout the past 5 years. So we can see that the average price, it's for the most part been pretty stable from 2022 to 2024, and the average price being only represented at $931,000 back in 2020. So regardless of whether you're buying now or buying in the future, you definitely do want to get in the market if you are a first-time buyer, and really now couldn't be a better time. And now if you're a seller, you may want to ask yourself, should you sell your property in this market, or should you wait for the average price to pick up? And how should you price your property? Should you price your property for a bidding war, or should you price it and leave some room for negotiation the traditional way? Which are all reasons to make sure that you consult with a real estate professional like myself that can best guide you. If you are considering buying or selling, then call me. And if you're a real estate agent looking for a great brokerage to help you grow your business, make sure to reach out to me to learn more about eXp Realty. I thank you so much for your support. Do subscribe if you found the video informative. Make sure to connect with me on Instagram if you'd like more updates like this, and I look forward to seeing you next time.